They say the chronicles of the Moon-Devouring Clan are written in blood and fire, yet even these annals whisper with fear tonight. In recap, Renegade Immortal, Chapter 1209, 1210, 9 statues of ancient gods shatter, their divine essence scattering like smoke, while cultivators once untouchable are thrown into chaos. From the southern forbidden lands to the trembling peaks beneath the time restriction, Wang Lin stands at the heart of a conflagration that bends reality itself. Flames, both red and white, surge with a will of their own, consuming mountains and light and awakening the third Vermillion Bird, a power that legends dared not hope for. And somewhere, in the shadows of the seven-colored realm, unseen eyes plot, the flicker of a single candle betraying intentions that could ignite new calamities. Who will emerge unscathed, and who will be consumed by fire? Legends whisper of a clan whose name alone could send tremors through the stars. The Moon-Devouring Clan, one of the 7 great houses of the ancient star system. Their dominion stretched across countless star fields, their influence cemented by the monumental deeds of ancestors long past. Within this illustrious lineage, 3 elders had even risen to the heights of the sovereign union, basking in centuries of glory. But power, as always, carries shadows. In the southern reaches of the Moon-Devouring Clan lay a forbidden expanse, a place so heavily warded that only the most chosen of cultivators could set foot upon its hallowed ground. Here, 9 colossal statues towered in solemn majesty, ancient gods carved in defiance of time itself. Atop each sat a venerable figure, gripping strange arcane seals, their bodies straining as they drew upon the dormant power of the gods beneath them. Since the days of betrayal, the moon god's ambition had never wavered. He sought to reclaim what had once been denied, to bend the ancient gods to the will of his clan and wash away the humiliation of ages. For countless years, the Moon-Devouring Clan had poured all their knowledge, all their effort, into discovering a forbidden method to devour these godly forces. But danger lay within the path. Flaws lurked in every calculation, and no one, no matter how talented, had ever succeeded. The 9 elders upon these divine pedestals were the exception. Their prodigious skill justified their audacity, granting them a fragile right to attempt what had always been forbidden. The scene was one of eerie tranquility, the air heavy, as though the realm of the dead itself had descended. Until, with a sudden surge, a youth of the Moon-Devouring Clan summoned forth the shadow of an ancient god in the 7-colored realm. Wang Lin, standing as a royal ancient god, commanded the annulment of an ancient covenant. The statues quaked, thunder tore through the heavens, and jagged fissures raced across stone forms. The 9 cultivators awoke, startled, eyes wide with confusion, hearts hammering against the cages of their chests. Their understanding failed them. The world had shifted beneath their feet. Then, horror unfolded. One statue crumbled, its godly power dissolving into the void. Another trembled, cracked, and disintegrated into dust, leaving the elders stunned and aghast. Panic flared as they realized the remaining statues were collapsing in kind. Do whatever it takes to stop these slave statues from collapsing. A voice boomed across the sky, a command imbued with the weight of the moon itself. From the distance, an old man draped in a moonlit robe descended, his aura ancient and commanding. Moonlight cascaded from his hands, bathing the scene in a spectral glow. Even as the Moon-Devouring Clan dared to call the gods their slaves, this display revealed the audacity and the peril of their ambition. What has occurred? Terror whispered in the hearts of all who arrived. The moon-robed elder's gaze pierced the void, teeth clenched in fury and fear. An ancient royal god has annulled the ancient covenant. His voice carried the tremor of panic, a warning of forces far beyond comprehension. Meanwhile, Wang Lin's attention remained unshaken. Beyond the calamity of the sealed realm, a wailing slowly faded into silence. The moon-devouring youth lay shattered, blood trickling from Xianxia's skeleton, bones scattered like fragments of forgotten history. Only 2 remnants remained, impaled by 7-colored nails. Yet Wang Lin ignored this carnage. His gaze was fixed upon the Vermillion Bird, its flames intensifying until a cataclysmic cry erupted, plunging into his left eye. The air became a searing sea of fire, a tempest that filled every corner of the space. Wang Lin emerged from the spatial rift atop the mountain under the time restriction, seated as the conflagration raged around him. Seven colored light from above warped and contorted, repelled by the inferno blazing within him. His left eye radiated a fire that shifted from red to pure white, the herald of the Vermillion Bird's third awakening. This was no ordinary power. Legends spoke of 5 primal elements at the birth of the world. From the element of fire, the Vermillion Bird arose. It was a lineage older than time, its essence untamed, eternal. The first awakenings were known, the second rare, but the third, it was whispered only in myth. And yet, Wang Lin now approached this pinnacle. Flames roared, the spatial boundaries trembling under the intensity of his inner fire. Vermillion Bird armor melted, absorbed into his being, as his inferno consumed the very environment, transmuting all it touched into brilliant, blinding white fire. Mountains crumbled, stones shattered, the young woman in green vanished into smoke. The beast's soul bound by 7 colored light was consumed, yet its Tao intent fused with the fire, imparting sentience and will to the flames themselves. The mountain collapsed entirely, leaving only the rank 12 and 13 beast souls barely surviving. The time restriction shuddered, its weakest seam torn open by the infernal tempest, releasing the fire into the wider realm. The 7-colored realm itself trembled under the unleashed fury. In a distant mountain, a white-haired elder's eyes snapped open in shock. Across the ancient star system, a celestial palace drifted silently among the stars, dimly lit by floating jades. Silence gripped it, heavy and suffocating, until a lone candlestick flickered to life. Shadows danced. The temple's gloom deepened. The more prosperous the fire, the more delicious the soul will be, whispered a hoarse voice, as a withered finger traced arcs above the flame, urging it brighter. Another voice, colder than frost, challenged, "Are you not afraid the fire will burn your finger?" Yet still, the finger lingered in the blaze, daring the fire itself. Deep within the 7-colored realm, the old man's pupils contracted. An order had been given, and he surged forward, racing toward Wang Lin's position, driven by urgency that threatened to split the skies. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the heavens, a collision of fiery destiny and mortal ambition. Echoing through the legend of the ancient star system, the mountain had vanished. Where it once rose, only scattered orbs of 7-colored light hovered, trembling like fragile jewels. They danced atop the restless fire, flickering and wavering, as if the slightest gust could shatter them. The oppressive barrier that had encased this place splintered into 1,000 burning fragments, erupting outward with relentless force. Even the dense, ancient fog that had long clung to these peaks was torn asunder, dissipating for the first time in countless years. Silence and awe replaced its ghostly veil. From the remnants of the fog, the enlightened ones floated, their forms resisting the raging inferno. Outside, the valleys of the 7-colored realm had become a furnace of molten heat. Mountains trembled, groaning under the onslaught, until one by one they crumbled into burning rubble. Waves of scorching fire and thunderous popping echoed across the realm, shaking the earth to its core. Within one such valley, an old woman dressed in green trembled, her face pale with fear. Her hands traced endless seals, weaving layers of restrictions to resist the fire. Each effort seemed futile against the wrath surrounding her. Beyond this valley, in the outer reaches of the realm where the fierce beasts roamed, Xianxia moved with calculated precision. He flitted from one beast to another, risking his life in search of precious origin crystals, even armed with the arcane spells of the Battle Beast sect. Claiming these crystals from rank 12 beasts was akin to plucking teeth from a living tiger. Death hovered near with every step. Xianxia's chest heaved as he fled a pursuing fog beast, his heart hammering in his ears. A roar tore from the mist behind him, carrying with it a gale that threatened to rip him from the sky. Then, a sudden light erupted on the horizon, blinding and pure. The 7-colored orbs vanished in a flash, replaced by a searing wave of heat that rolled across the land like a storm. The fog beast hesitated, startled by this display of power, then abandoned its chase, retreating back into the swirling mists. The fire surged. A white sea of flames expanded, consuming the outer realm entirely, sparing Xianxia as though acknowledging his presence. He stood frozen, drenched in sweat, the heat licking at his skin and threatening to crush him. From the inferno, he sensed it, the aura of Wang Lin, alive within the flames, commanding their fury. The fire spread, and some beasts undaunted charged through it. Fire serpents slithered effortlessly amidst the flames, their contempt for the inferno unmistakable. Yet, this was only the prelude. The Vermillion Bird stirred. Its third awakening commenced. Wang Lin sat at the center, his ancient god flesh dried and cracked, the water of life seemingly evaporated from his veins. Heat radiated from him in waves, a spinning vortex of unbearable intensity. A cry tore from his throat, raw and unrestrained, as the white Vermillion Bird struggled against its own transformation. This trial was merciless. Inside, Wang Lin felt himself becoming the bird itself. The fire seed within him unleashed relentless heat, an ever-spiraling inferno that threatened to consume his body entirely. Every release of energy only fed the growing blaze. It was a vicious cycle, a crescendo of agony and endurance. He cried out again, each scream shaping the air into a tempest of fire. Yet the torment was far from over. His origin soul seemed scorched, an unfamiliar pain that left him staggered. The third awakening surpassed all he had endured before. It was not merely a trial, it was an annihilation by fire. With his body cracking and burning, Wang Lin's eyes snapped open. A roar ripped through the realm, carrying the heat of a son's heart. The flames whirled around him, every strand of hair recoiling from the inferno he conjured. His voice shattered the silence. Vermillion Bird, awakening, Vermillion Bird. His mind blurred, instinct guiding him as he struggled to release the infernal energy. Yet instinct alone could not suffice. Death lingered at the edge of his will. Bloodshot eyes burned with defiance. If I must burn, I will endure. If I must be reborn, I will embrace the fire. Wang Lin's determination hardened. He sealed his body, trapping the heat inside, refusing any escape. Few could withstand such a choice, and so he endured. The fire within rose, his flesh glowing red-white, reality bending under the intensity. Then the inferno erupted, and in that instant, white flames surged into blue, a heat unimaginable, a light that consumed all color. The seven-colored realm became a hell of sapphire fire, the land itself screaming under its force. Beasts that once scorned the flames shivered, seeking refuge in the mists. Even the proud fire serpents roared in terror, some falling beneath the wrath, their souls absorbed into the blaze. Rare were the flames capable of such devastation, enough to challenge the peak of Nirvana's shatterer cultivators. The blue fire devoured caves, collapsed valleys, and shattered fragile magical barriers. All around, the seven-colored realm burned under a wrath unlike any other. From the depths of the chaos, the white-haired old man charged toward Wang Lin, desperate to intervene. But even he faltered when confronted with the overwhelming azure inferno. Magic seals and treasures barely kept him alive, sweat and awe marking his struggle. These were flames unlike any he had ever witnessed. Flames capable of annihilating the body and soul alike, reshaping reality in their image. And at the heart of this cataclysm, Wang Lin sat, the embodiment of the Vermillion Bird. The blue flames roared in symphony with the bird's cry, and from the inferno emerged a radiant blue Vermillion Bird, reborn amidst the blaze. The surrounding world seemed to exult in its resurrection. From the heart of this reborn fire, a slender figure stepped forth, each movement deliberate, a testament to endurance, defiance, and rebirth. Far away, beyond the cloud sea in the forbidden territories of the Alliance, the disciples of the Vermillion Bird divine sect felt the fire within their own bodies flare uncontrollably. For the first time, the flames would not be restrained. They erupted, surrounding them, as if answering the call of their master's awakening. A new legend had been forged in fire.